Hello? Hello, hi. Hi, how are you doing? I didn't miss the stream like I needed this time. Well, don't beat yourself up, it happens. Hi, guys, hi. How are you doing? How's everyone doing? Hi, Scout, how are it? Hi, Retouch. It's always nice to see you guys. Have you noticed that all of your names start with like very close letters in the alphabet? Like we have several reds, Red, wrapped around Retouch, and then we have Scout, and we have hi, Alex. Oh, well, you're an exception to the rule, aren't you? You just came to be an exception, didn't you? The music is a banger. Thank you. I'll tell my friend. You can see the credits in the comments if you want to find... No, not in the comments. What am I saying? In the YouTube description. I have the credit of my friend who made the music. He's a really good artist, but he doesn't post a lot of music. I'm gonna scold him for that. So hi. How's everyone doing? We are starting on a new chapter in my streams, which I'm not gonna do very frequently, but I love tier making lists. I love tier making them for fun. I love watching other people tier make lists. And I love yelling at my screen when people I admire are wrong in their opinions. So I'm thinking that's probably what's going to happen today. I'm here to make some people mad, I guess. Hello there. Hi, Alicia. Hi, Retouch. Hi, Joshua. I've already said hi to Retouch, haven't I? Retouch. Why am I struggling with your name today? Retouch. Hi. I love how you always comment the same emoji, or not exactly an emoji, but you always comment the same little image every single day, and it makes me really happy. It's cute, and it makes me know you're here. Wait. Hola, lady. Hola. Let's be pissed and do nothing about it except complain. Well, yeah, what else are you gonna do? Sue me? Huh? You're gonna sue me? You can try. You can try. Try to figure out how to sue me. Okay, so we are going to, first of all, how about we change the tags on this tier list? I find it a little bit boring when they're just like S, da da da, whatever. Just wait until my lawyer hears about this. Come on, let's make a bet that your lawyer can't find me. I dare you. I dare your lawyer to try and find me. So, I'm gonna change the tags first and foremost. It bores me when tier makers only just leave the standard tag. Although I guess it's fine because everyone can change their own tag. So, S is the absolute best. Oh, it looks kind of ugly. Huh. Well, we can deal with it. A is like, they're always great. They are pretty great. B would be like, they're fine, they're good, but they don't blow my mind or anything. They don't blow my mind. Wow, that's long. That's long. What if the judge doesn't agree with the ranking either? Fair game at that point. Well then I would be screwed, wouldn't I? If I get a judge with bad taste, after getting a lawyer with bad taste because of an audience member who had bad taste. No. This is just my opinion. It's my opinion. We're not going to get aggressive here. He'll find you because I don't have one, so all the events happen in my head, and in my head he found you already. I hope in your head the settlement is very expensive and you leave me in ruins and I have to live in a cardboard box. All of that is in your head now. Have fun dreaming about that. Where was I? C. I guess it might go well as far as I'm notified. Eh? What might go well? The tier list? Joshua? Explain. So C is like, I have to be like, no, they have to be either really good games in their genre, or you have to be in a very specific mood to enjoy them. You know what I mean? Like, maybe a platformer is something I can always go for. You know? Like, I will always play a platformer and be entertained. But maybe sometimes you have games that you only want to play once every few years. That kind of game genre. I don't know. Just some genres are things that you want to play once in a very long while. Good dreams tonight. You're mean. You just want to see me suffer. And D. They're just bad. Bad. No. Never. Thank you. No. There we go. We are ready to tier rank some items now. This is the way we're gonna do the list. I have the same feelings for Persona. D, don't ever stop it. You wanna watch the world burn? Yeah, that's why your name used to be Dark Red, huh? I always have sweet dreams. That's good. I had a weird dream in which I was named President Queen of the World. That was weird. I don't want that much responsibility. And you don't want to just hear me talking about my dreams. So, let's start ranking. How about that? What do we feel about just starting straight away? So straight ahead, before I even start, this really, we can joke about it all we want, but these are my tastes, okay? If you have different tastes, then it's good, because then you can play those games, and I can play the games I enjoy, and we're all happy, okay? We're not going to be aggressive towards each other for having different wrong tastes, okay? I had a dream where a serial killer chased me down and killed me. Are you okay? That sounds stressful. What a way to wake up. Damn. I had a dream where I was a horse and it was a platform game. Make your dream into a platform game and make some money out of it. You know what? I would play, actually. I have played a platformer with a horse main character. Except it wasn't a horse, it was a pony, and it wasn't a game, it was a mod. Anyways, we're not gonna talk about it anymore. If you have different tastes, you're wrong, bruh. Yeah, I know, it's just a joke. It's just a joke. We all have different tastes, and it's fine. And that's why there's diversity in the industry. It's good that everyone has different tastes, because that way, people are not creating the same thing over and over again. People can try new things because people have different tastes, and it's great. Joking, of course. Yeah, me too. Me too. If I say that I'm objectively right and you're wrong, that's a joke. But it's still fun to say, so let's keep going. Ultimate Chicken Horse is a platformer and has a horse. Well, I'm gonna have to research that. Okay, enough dilly-dallying. 4X. The 4X genre is one that I don't really have a lot of experience with because it turns to be turn-based and I get bored. If I have games that are turn-based, most often than not, I will get bored. I don't want to think and then click a button and then have to watch what happens. I need all of it to happen at the same time, man. I need it all to be dynamic. So 4X, I'm just gonna put it in D, just because I don't ever play them. Now all the Civilization fans can come scream at me now. All the Civ fans. Thinking be hard. Hi Kaito. Thinking be hard. Which it's not gonna make a lot of sense when I start ranking puzzlers and I put them up way higher. But at least in a puzzler game, I get to see the results of my actions pretty much as soon as I do them. I think that's the difference. In a turn-based game, in a 4X, it's like you have to think of a long-term strategy and then play several turns until you actually see it in effect, and I can't wait that long. You're not the type to build an empire. No, I'm not. I'm the type to be comfortably living in an empire. Thank you very much. Responsibility? What's that? Can I eat it? Screaming intensifies? Let's hope not. Let's hope not. Let's hope I don't scream that much this time around. Action adventure. Well, that's vague, isn't it? That's so vague! What am I supposed to do with this? I mean, what are some examples of action-adventure games? Is an exploration-based game an action-adventure? This is a hard one. Okay, we're gonna leave that for later. You guys think of some examples of action-adventure games. Zelda, maybe. I know that the last Zelda is very much described as an open world first and foremost. Although I guess that's not really a genre. It's just a way to build the space of the game. You can have a platformer open world. No, you can't. Wait. Can you? No. No, those two don't go together. What am I saying? We're gonna leave that for last. Not for last, but for later. Action RPG. Tomb Raider, Resident Evil, Psychonauts, Assassin's Creed, Prince of Persia. Ooh, Prince of Persia! I don't know, something like Watch Dogs. I haven't played it, but it looks like it would fit. Prince of if we can take Prince of Persia as an action adventure, I'm putting it in A, because the amount of nights that I spent playing Prince of Persia, and by nights I mean literally staying up until 8 a.m. From the night before, playing Prince of Persia with friends. I have great memories of that, I promise you. Prince of Persia 4 is my favorite nostalgia game. I don't know which one is the one that I played with my friends until we were all too dumb to understand what we were saying. But yeah, some Prince of Persia. Maybe the third one? Oh, Sands of Time. Sands of Time, that's the one. That's the one that we played. I don't remember which one it is. But I played it with my friends until we couldn't register reality. I think you should know that. Floating islands and grappling hooks as traversal tools. Yeah, well, yeah, could be. I guess it could work. I'm okay with doing maze. Maze? Maze? Oh, this? Well, maze. What is a maze game? I guess the ones I know is like Pac-Man and the horror version of Pac-Man that Guda played when she started streaming. I would never play that because no thank you. But Pac-Man is a classic. Pac-Man is a classic. I'm gonna put it in B. Dark Deception. Yeah. That's the one that she was playing. I mean, unless you're like super addicted to Pac-Man, I don't think mazes are gonna hold too much of your attention. Bomberman. I have to be honest. I haven't played Bomberman. I mean, I'm not saying they're bad. Maze games, they're interesting. But I don't know if they would, like, as I said, they're not gonna blow my mind. I'm not gonna be thinking of the game after I play it. And I'm not gonna be spending my days wishing that I could play another maze game, you know? Like, they're fun. They're fun, but they're not like the most fun thing in the universe. I'm okay not playing mazes for years. Should maze be on C? Yeah, I mean, they're good. You're right. Maybe it's either B or C. It's like mid-tier. It's mid-tier. Yeah, I have to be in a specific mood. Yeah, that fits better. Like, doesn't it happen to you though? Like, would you feel like playing Pac-Man any day? It's like a specific kind of moment, right? Okay, give me a minute. I have to drink some water. Everyone hydrate, please. I've been very dehydrated today, so I'm very thirsty right now. I haven't been drinking water. Tetris would go in C for me. Yeah. Tetris is one of those things that in the moment, you're gonna be super hooked, right? Like, especially, I used to have this handheld little toy thingy. It had 28 different versions of Tetris. Or maybe that's an exaggeration. But at least it had 16 different versions of Tetris. And like, in the moment, like, you're very into it. It's great for distracting you, for having like a very boring thing to do, like a queue or a bus ride or a train ride or something. But when you're home and you have any other game genres to play, are you gonna choose maze games? Are you gonna choose Tetris? You're not. Let's be honest. You are not. My mug is empty. Gotta go refill. You can go refill. We're gonna be here for a while, so you can go and refill. Time to get some Coca-Cola. Well, yeah, sure. It's a liquid, and it's something you can drink. It's a lot of sugar, but it's doable. It's hydrating anyways, I think. I'm not a medical expert. This is not a medical advice. I don't know how hydrating Coke is, but it's a liquid, so I'm going to assume that it does hydrate you. You know, my model looks very weird when I drink. It looks kind of like I'm doing something weird and not very YouTube approved. I'm not super confident in how I look when I'm drinking water, but nothing much we can do about that. So, we've done only 3 items. Let's keep going. Racing is actually pretty good. Racing games, I'm not too fond of them, but I wonder if that's because I don't have the right tools. Because hear me out. Racing games in arcades, let's grab it. Racing games in arcades, super fun. You're inside of the cabin and you have the wheel in front of you, and you even have the how are they called? Those things you humans use with your feet. You have the pedals, right? That's where your feet go, right? Pedals? I don't know much human terminology, but pedals, yeah, pedals. So I'm wondering if I don't like racing games because they are built for humans, first and foremost, and also because it's much more fun to have the wheel in front of you, and I'm guessing the pedals, than to just be stuck with a mouse and a keyboard. Like, maybe I would enjoy them a lot more if I had the right tools for it. So they're gonna go and see. Not because they're like bad games, but I don't know. I have to be in a specific mood, or I have to have specific tools. I can't stay. Do you have a stick that you poke the pedals with? No, I don't. I make a mess with my tail and mostly end up failing and crashing and getting last place. It's not a lot of fun. Not a lot of fun, to be honest. I can't stay for long because of school, but getting chased by a killer clown is fun. Okay, bye. Cookies! Stop trying to convince me to play horror games. It's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. Have a good day at school. I hope your studies go well. And you're wrong. You are objectively wrong. I'm going to tell you that you are wrong. Did someone say horror games? No, Dominic. No. Red, you too. Stop it. You can like immediately for horror indeed. Absolutely horror. Never. No, thank you. Who wants that? Not me. Okay, I'm gonna be completely honest. I played exactly 1.5 horror games in my life. I played Eve, but when I say play, I mean I watched a gameplay of it on YouTube without commentary, and then I forced a friend to play it while I was in her house. And that's the way I played it. By having a friend play it in front of me. The doll room, God, that's the freaking worst. Actually, I don't know if that's the worst or the hallway where all the hands start coming out, or that bit, or the mannequin heads. No, actually, the worst part in Eve is the tail, the tale that I think it was a book that you had to read, and then it launches a sort of like a cinematic of a little tale of a kid who murders all her friends. I don't remember. I have trauma. I don't remember it. Come on, I played nothing but horror games on my channel, had literally no reaction that wasn't pissed or don't be afraid or shocked when it came to Pocket Mirror. You are built different. Or actually, I am built different. I am built with weaker, more fragile parts. No, not those emojis. Not those emojis. My trauma. It's all coming back. I'm gonna have nightmares. Me and Red are gonna be known as the bullies from chat. I'm gonna have to bonk you. I'm gonna have to get a bonk. Instead of a horny bonker, it's going to be a horror bonker. Anytime someone starts insisting on horror games being good, a bonk. A bonky bonk. Yeah, so I played Eve, and that's the game that I played, sort of, quote unquote, entirely. And I tried to play The Witch's House. I later saw some VTubers playing the entirety of it, so I got about a quarter of the way into the game, and I had so much trouble sleeping that I had to uninstall it. I should stream Ib. Oh my god. Red, you can't say bonk me, mommy. It loses all meaning. I can't bonk you if you're going to enjoy it. It's a lose-lose situation. I don't get to punish you anyway if you're going to enjoy it. My friend wanted me to play a horror game, but I had the camera aimed at the floor 24/7. That's what I'm gonna do if you want me to play a horror game. I play a horror game, but I don't show you my reactions. Let's think of a game that's a horror game that's not too scary later. If you can figure out a game that's horror themed but not too scary, I might be willing to try it. Maybe. A very tenuous maybe. I actually wanted to play Witch's House after finishing Pocket Mirror. If you have no reaction to horror games, I recommend it. It's quite a smart puzzler in a way. But yeah, I couldn't get through it. I couldn't get through it at all. It's not gonna happen. So where were we? Horror games is indeed. I would be willing to make an entire new category just for horror games. But no, it's not. It's fine. It's fine. Action RPG. What is an action RPG? Let's leave that one for later. Let's just jump around a little bit. Let's go to board games. Board games are a very easy A. Nothing like playing a board game with your friends in real life, but when that's not possible, because board games are expensive, or because people live very far away from you, or because you cannot make the schedules work, or because there's a you know, a panorama, a panini, a global pandarium, then board games as video games can work very well. And they're not like the absolute best. The absolute best is playing them on person, in real life, with your friends. But when you can't, well, it's good. You know, it's a pretty great option. Witcher or The Elder Scrolls are probably action RPGs. Ever heard of Tabletop Simulator? Yeah, that's what I mean. Oh, by the way, hi Thunderwear. First time I see you around? Second time? It's a pretty good game that lets you use 3D versions of the games with your friends on Steam. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about when I'm putting board games on A here. If it was real life board games, I would put it on S. If it's the video game genre of board games, it's still pretty great. And it's actually very diverse. Like, there are so many different genres of board games that it's like a genre on its own with a massive amount of subgenres. It's kind of unfair to put it here, actually. Favorite board game? I haven't played. I actually haven't played a lot of my favorite board games in theory. I really like hit and roll games. And I'm dying to play One Night Ultimate Werewolf, which is very playable on computer just as well as in real life. But in real life it would be so much funnier. Then there's also Secret Hitler. I don't want to say that word too much because of YouTube, but it's a game and it's fun. You know, that kind of games. Hit and roll games. They're fun. I like them. Mine's Catan. Isn't Catan a very complicated game with a bunch of rules? I'm not sure. I've never played it. But I really love, yeah, hit and roll games. I can't really say much more than that. They're just really fun. Actually, I don't know if you've ever heard of this one. I don't know if it just exists in my country, but there's this game. I'm guessing it exists everywhere. We didn't play test this at all. That is an amazing game. It's so wacky. It's so weird. It's so much fun. Do card games count as board games? Yeah, I would count them. I mean, you'll play them on a table just like any other board game. I would definitely count them. Action RPG role-playing games with action elements. Players have the ability to freely roam around during combat rather than going through a series of menus. In that case, we're gonna put it on A. If we take Skyrim and The Witcher, actually, that depends. Okay, yeah, we're gonna put it on A for now, but it might be bumped up to S. Maybe. As we go through the list, we're gonna realize what we're feeling about some stuff, but maybe. Okay, I need just 1 second of muting the microphone. I'll be right back. I don't know what the camera was doing, but I was not opening my mouth. I don't know why the camera was doing that. Artillery games. Artillery games would be things like Worms, or there's another game that got really popular not too long ago. I think maybe the game Rounds would fit into artillery games. I'm not sure. It's like Monopoly, except you're trading resource pieces with each player to try and achieve the winning requirement. And it's like take 10 minutes explaining and 20 minutes playing it to get the hang of it. Board games can be like that. Board games can sometimes require a lot of time of explaining, but once you get into the groove of it, they are hours of fun with friends, so it's always worth it. Hello! Hello, Barry! Hi, how are you doing? Shell Shock is an artillery game. I gotta be honest, I don't know many of them because I don't like them. I don't... I'm not gonna put it in D because I'm not completely opposed to it. They're not boring. They're just not something that I'll not something that I'll gravitate towards. They have to be really good games. Like, if you can find me a really good artillery game, maybe I'll consider it. But not super into the genre itself, so... Battle Royales. Are there any other Battle Royales other than Fortnite? Yes, wait. No. Yes? Is the Friday the 13th? Yay! You guys with the horror obsession. You have played Friday the 13th, haven't you? Is that a Battle Royale game? I don't know if Battle Royale is a genre that exists other than Fortnite. Apex Legends, Fall Guys, PUBG, Cuisine Royale. I know none of those, except Fall Guys. Fall Guys sounds like a lot of fun. I haven't played it yet, but okay. Our first B, then. They can be entertaining, right? Like, maybe not like the funniest thing or the most entertaining thing to... It's not gonna make the biggest impact in your life, I guess, but they can be fun. Particularly, I'm thinking of Fall Guys here. Market got saturated with Battle Royales at some point where Fortnite became popular. I would guess as much, but did any of them make an impact at all, or did they all get drowned by Fortnite? That's the question. Like, did they happen, or did Fortnite happen to them? Friday the 13th is like Dead by Daylight. Ah! So I have no idea what it's like. Friday the 13th is a horror game, like similar to this other horror game. Therefore, no freaking clue what it's even like. Cut it. Beat 'em up. I haven't played a beat 'em up since the good old arcade days. It's fun to play with friends. It's called asymmetric PvP, I think. One side is stronger than the other. The Friday the 13th? I would guess. It would make sense. I mean, the killers should be stronger than the counselors. Because Friday the 13th is about one big zombie killer. Or not zombie, but... Well, in the later installments, right? Again, my knowledge of horror movies comes from YouTubers summarizing horror movies. So if I get something wrong, just hand wave it for me. Do me that favor. Just ignore it. Don't worry about it. Have you ever played Roguelike? I would recommend Noida. If you've never heard of it, you would recommend Noida? Thunderwear? You would really recommend Noida? Thunderwear? You... Okay. If you haven't played Noida, anyone else who isn't Thunderwear, anyone else who isn't Thunderwear, if you haven't played Noida, Noida is the most... I don't even know how to explain it. I think I've spent 80 hours on that game. At least. It's the most unfair, crazy, random trip. I cheated, Noida, to answer your question. To answer your question, Thunderwear. I cheated Noida. I gave myself every possible immunity. I gave myself millions of hit points. And then I was polymorphed into a ship and killed. After doing like 40 minutes of being completely invulnerable to anything. Stream Noida, why would I do that to myself? Why would you want me to do that to you? Why would you want that? So it's a game you can play on stream. I'll play it on stream with one condition. I'm going to cheat again. I'm going to cheat again. I'm gonna make myself invulnerable. And then y'all are gonna bet how long it takes an enemy to polymorph me into a ship and kill me in one blow. That's the condition. We play Noida if we cheese it. Noida is great random fun. Yeah, Noida is addictive. Noida is really addictive. If you get a really good combo of wands and spells, it's one of the best experiences. It would be so interesting to see how you react in the lower levels. When I didn't cheat it, when I didn't give myself all the immunities, I never made it past the jungle level. You know the poison level with the ugly spiders and the guys that shoot acid? Yeah, that level. If I don't cheat it, I don't make it past that level. It's just impossible for me. I'm not a good gamer, guys. I can't I can't do it based on skills alone. Where were we? Oh yeah, beat 'em up. I was mentioning how I haven't played a beat 'em up since the arcade days. So I don't know how I feel about it. So I'm gonna put it in a middle tier because I think they're good. Like, I remember playing for hours and hours when I was going to arcades, but I haven't touched one for several years. So how do I feel about them? I don't know. Poor spiders, what have they done to you? You have never played Noida. You have never played Noida. If you don't understand the horror of Noida spiders, you haven't met them. Journey to the Vault Noida Endurance stream. You want to hit the vault? You want me to play Noida and try to find the vault? Why not ask me to get to heaven or hell or however that was called? Why not ask me to get to the parallel worlds of Noida? Well, I work at a farm, so I know firsthand how spiders can be. Oh, no, I like spiders in real life. Real life spiders are friends. Noida spiders are some of the worst things in Noida. But no cheats. You want me to die from starvation in front of my computer, don't you? You want me to start playing Noida and then not sleep for 72 hours? Huh? Is that what you want? Is that what you want? Sad how it's so prevalent that spiders are evil in games. I know! Spiders are friends. There are some spiders that are dangerous, yes, but most spiders are friends. Might as well ask Alicia to play bullets per minute until she kills Nidhogg. That sounds bad. I have never heard of that game, but based on what we're talking about, I'm thinking I would like it. If you do, you'll gain more views. Nah, the worst things in Noida are the green flying boogers. Green flying boogers are nothing. Well, I mean, they're pretty bad, but they're not that bad. Rhythm-based shooter, enough said. That would go horribly. That would go horribly wrong. In fact, where is Rhythm? Where is Rhythm? There it is. Look at it. Look at it. Look at it. No. Now, I have to clarify again. Rhythm games are good. Rhythm games are great for other people, not for me. I do not have any sense of rhythm. You know what? It's weird. I have enough sense of rhythm when dancing. I have a very good sense of rhythm when singing. But you asked me to play a rhythm game, and I'm so horrible that friends who are watching me demand that I get off of the computer, or that I stop streaming for them, or things like that. I am truly horrible with rhythm games. Rhythm games should be in C, maybe for you, but definitely not for me. Like, here's the thing, rhythm games are good. I get it. I wish I could play them. I really do. in theory, they're great. But in practice, it's just like watching a toddler or a bird. You know how birds dance, but like sort of really off rhythm? That's me playing a rhythm game. It's a genre where you can only play where you feel like it, and when you feel like losing. It's the game you play when you feel like getting stuck on one level and not getting over it for hours. I guess? I guess? Yeah, no, rhythm games, not for me, not for me. Oh my god, I still haven't put beat 'em up anywhere. Guys, I have to decide. I'm gonna put it in B, because I used to enjoy them a lot. There, we can finally move on. The beat 'em ups, probably good. I haven't touched one in years. I'm gonna trust my memory and put him on a middle high tier. Late noodle is late but present. Hello, Ophelia. How are you doing? You can lose your respect for me as I talk about your favorite video game genres and I tier rank them wrong. I used to play piano tiles during school breaks. Never tried it, never will. I'm alright but tired. Do you need to sleep some more? I would hate to be the reason you're underslept if that's the case. Where's Shantae ranking in? Shantae is a platformer, I think. And platformers, let's look for them right now. Platformers go in S. We finally have our first absolute best genre, platformers. Now, platformers are very diverse, right? There are platformers that are fully platforming based. There are some platformers like Shantae or Iconoclast where you also fight bosses and fight enemies. And I love it all. I hate how bad I am at platforming, but I have played Celeste and I have won it. Not the B-sides, because who do you think I am? Someone with hands? Of course not. But platformers in general, even if I struggle with them, they're really funny. Depending on the game, oh no, we're awful about sleeping anyways. Depending on the game, Shantae should be Metroidvania if I recall. Alright! Alright! Well, let's look for Metroidvania. That's also going in S. Iconoclast, that's 100% on Metroidvania. I'm so sorry. Yeah, you are absolutely right. I keep thinking of games and I keep thinking, well, that has platforms. But no, it's a Metroidvania first and foremost. Like, when one thinks about video games, the platformer genre is what usually comes to one's mind. Yeah, it's so iconic, isn't it? It's so iconic. Mario, come on! Like, it's the video game. Good taste. Thank you, Vorador. Welcome. Hi. Super Meat Boy and Mario are platformers. That's the one that I think of. Mario is like platformers. Actually, when I think of platformers, I think of Celeste first and foremost because of how many hours I had to put into it to actually beat it. We're not mad at it though. We're not mad at it. It's things that happen. Things that happen. Yes, Fallen Metroidvania fun. We remember you were uncertain about the genre when you started streaming. I'm uncertain of streaming it because Metroidvanias can get really, really long. I'm super into them for playing. I just don't know for how long I want to stream the same game. Like, if a game is gonna take me 100 hours to beat, that's going to be months and months and months of having it on the roster, and people might get bored. Let's be honest. One has to choose very carefully. But I love Metroidvanias. Some of my favorite games are Metroidvanias. I mentioned Cave Story as one of my favorite platformers, but it also is kind of a Metroidvania. And there's another game, Dig. I'm blanking on it. Wait, what was the name of that game? Dig. Something Dig. games should take hours. Yeah, of course. It's just some of them take a lot more hours than others. Oh yeah, that's fair. Wait, SteamWorld Dig. There we go. SteamWorld Dig is another Metroidvania that I love so much. The first one and the second one. I've played them like 3 times each. I just love them. I love them. Dig Dug and Motherload? No, it's SteamWorld Dig. I finally remembered. SteamWorld Dig, great game. I really like it. So both platformer and Metroidvania are going to go on S. Those are certainties. Boss Rush. I gotta be honest. I haven't really played. Ah! No! No! Oh, we didn't lose anything. It's fine. It's fine. Crisis averted, everyone. Crisis averted. Nothing happened. We're just 100% finished our first run of Jedi Fallen Order in 3 or 4 sittings. Speaking of Metroidvanias, it's like Metroid Prime and Prince of Persia and Dark Souls. Tier ranking is a great way to remember games you enjoy but forgot. Well, let me remind you of some other great games, in case you want to remember them and you played it. And if you haven't played them, you should go play them. Cave Story, great Metroidvania / platformer. I'm not sure what it is. SteamWorld Dig 1 and 2, great Metroidvanias. You should try them out. The D tier is empty. Where did horror go? We lost the D tier for X. Horror. We have horror and rhythm. That's what we had in D tier. There. Crisis averted. We recovered everything. Return to D. Back to the basement where you belong. Go back to the basement. Go back to the cage. Back to the shame cage. Wasn't there another thing? We're gonna figure it out. Horror mysteriously disappears and reappears behind you. Oh no! Oh no! No! Oh, Bullet hells. Actually, wait a second. I was trying to decide on boss rush. I haven't played any boss rushes, but the last part of Cave Story is one big boss rush, where you have to go through 3 or 4 enemies, depending on how you count them. And I dig it. I dig it. We're gonna leave it on A, even if that was a mistake, because I think I would enjoy them. I would really like to play Shadow of Colossus one day. Very good memories of seeing my friends play when I was a little kid. Well, not a little kid, but when I started discovering games. Card battle game. Now, I did an extensive research of games before tier ranking. I know that doesn't sound like it, because I've been asking what examples you guys have of very basic genres. I know I was asking what's a good example of an action RPG, and that doesn't seem like I've researched it. I understand. But Cuphead is a boss rush, I think. Yeah, Cuphead is a boss rush, and I haven't played it yet. But it sounds interesting to me. I'm interested in boss rushes, actually. So I may eventually play something like it. Now, card battle games. Card battle games are things like Magic the Gathering and Hearthstone or Stoneheart or whatever that's called. I'm not crazy about them. When I was younger, maybe I was interested in Yu-Gi-Oh, but nowadays I can't be bothered. It's way too similar to turn-based. You have to plan your strategy, and then you have to play your strategy, and then you have to wait until the other player does their strategy, and then you have to see if it works out, and I don't have the patience. I just don't have the patience, guys. It's way too long and way too thinky. Thinky think, no me. I'm making myself sound really dumb, but I actually really like puzzle games, so take it with a grain of salt. It makes sense when I want it to make sense, okay? Yu-Gi-Oh is fun though. It used to be fun when I played it. I will be damned if I have to try and learn the rules nowadays. Forget about it. Not happening. I was the eroge genre. Hi Arlen, welcome. If this is your first time, let's tackle that, shall we? Not a fan of card game either. Yep. Let's tackle this. Now, what? I have to make a confession. I haven't played any eroges so far. But the reason for that is that there are very few eroges made for ladies. So I'm putting them in A. Let's put it in S. I'll put it in S, Fred, when I finally play games that are designed for ladies. Because in theory, I'm very interested. I've been watching through Ophelia's eyes. Oh, nice. Part of the system? Hi. Welcome. In theory, Red, I enjoy technically eroges, but I can't faithfully put it on S because I still have to try the ones that are designed for me and my specific tastes. I want to play. Oh god, can I even say the title of it? Can I even say the title? No, I won't say the title of it. There is this one game though that is about a magical girl from another world that comes to this planet and is shocked to find out that people in our planet aren't quite as liberated sexually as people on her planet. So she decides to bring, well, that's the summary at least. As I said, I haven't played it, but it's about an alien from another world coming to this planet and realizing, oh hey, these people are really repressed. I'm gonna teach them my ways. Shadowverse is an okay card game. Never heard of it. Yes, didn't expect you to be familiar with that. I am. I'm very familiar. I like researching some stuff, and I like trying to understand people and trying to spread kindness. That's what we're all about here. Except for when people are bullying me and trying to make me play horrors. I'm talking to you, Red and Dominic. Just Google some Otome games and you'll find a title you'll be interested in. Yeah, no, Otomes, they're here, I think. They're, dating sims. Look, dating sims are going to go on S because I have played my fair share and I really like them. Even when they're bad, I kind of enjoy them. Like, they can be a lot of fun. But I can't put eroges in there because, again, I just want them to be tailored to me. Hey, I don't want to play as a guy who has a lot of girls. I want to play as a girl who has a lot of guys and girls. Give me smexy scenes where I can feel like a loved and desired lady and not a loved and desired guy. No, nothing wrong with guys feeling loved and desired, but I can't connect with that. I just can't. I just can't. Well, I'd never recommend horror games. Also, you should play Pocket Mirror. You're not gonna trick me with that. You already said it's a horror game. Who do you think you're tricking? Same. We will 100% drop a dating sim over male-only protagonist. I just, again, nothing wrong with male protagonists. It's just that I can't connect with it. So it's not my kind of game. And that's just because of the way I was born. I was born as a girl and that's it. But it's an RPG Maker horror game, which isn't really horror. Yeah, Witch's House was an RPG Maker. Eve was an RPG Maker. What are you talking about? Please be happy. Please be happy, Debo. I know that's a horror game. You're not going to trick me. Bullet hells. Let's keep going. We've talked about eroges enough. Witch's House wasn't scary. You're just a wolf. Yep, I know. I really am built different, with very, very bad materials and assembled in a rush. Bullet hells. I have to be in a specific mood for it because I'm bad at playing them. As I said before, I have no hands. I know that I do have hands technically, but when it comes to skill level, I just don't. So playing bullet hells can be fun, but it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. I fail too much to play them often. I have to be in a specific mood, or else I can't get over the frustration. Please be happy. That's not horror. It's a super wholesome and feels heavy visual novel. Oh! Okay. I thought... I could have sworn there's a horror game that's called something very similar and that has all of these, it has this weird, like, I don't know, abstract emojis aesthetic, I want to say, with like happiness and children's book drawings that get creepy. Some people in chat, someone not like horror can compute. It's just that it really is fun seeing streamers play horror games. I get it. But no. When you fall in games, meanwhile, I'm over here failing in both games and life. We Happy Few? Oh, maybe I was thinking of We Happy Few. I don't know. I try to avoid horror games, even trailers and images. I just try to avoid it all. That's not really horror. Well, maybe I'm confused, but I really do try to avoid all of it. So, community builders. I really like community builders. I'm not gonna put it in S. Hear me out. I'm gonna put it in A because there are two kinds of community builders, right? There are small community builders where you only have to handle a few things. And there are city builders like cities and skylines and stuff like that. If I have to worry about things like traffic in my game or having I don't know, school districts, that's too much for me. That is just too much. But we're building a community, boys. Exactly. If it's just about building a tiny small community, I love it. So some examples that of games that I really love and community builders are Banished. Banished is, I spent so many hours in Banished. I love it. Frostbank is really good. Again, Hearthstone or Stonehearth. There's one is a card game and the other is a community builder game, and I just cannot get them straight. But one of them is really good. What else? What am I forgetting? Oh, Foundation! Foundation is getting updated every now and then, and I'm really liking what I'm getting. Stonehearth is super cute. It's so cute! Stonehearth is this really cute little game. Unfortunately, it's unfinished. They never managed to finish it, which makes me really sad. Because it's so cute. It's so cute. It has people, but it also has rabbit people, and you also have to fight off goblins, and even the goblins are cute. And I just really like Stonehearth. It's a really cute little game that never got finished. But I have to put it in A instead of S because city builders are not for me. They're too much. I have to handle too many things, and I can't. YouTube is a great community builder game. I really hope you guys, we're building a community here. I hope. Hola, Lady Alicia. Is this a periodic table? You speak Spanish, Lady Alicia? I do. I've explained the last time, la última vez lo expliqué, que mi acento es un poco raro. Mi acento es un poco raro, pero el español es mi primer idioma. Solo que lo hago raro por ciertas razones. Empire community. Look. Empire, too much responsibility. City, country, too much responsibility. Who's gonna take all of that on their shoulders? Not me. My shoulders are weak. My shoulders are fragile. You guys, my tail is kind of strong, but even with my tail, I don't want to hold that responsibility. I'd rather build a small little community that can do trading and commerce instead of economy. Español, italiano e inglés. Magnifico. Great. I do feel more comfortable in English. Oh, Anor, listen. I mean, you already have a community, then there's me. You are part of my community, aren't you, friend? Anor, listen. I was thinking of humiliating myself one of these days and try to do a Duolingo run of Italian, but as someone who only knows Spanish. Because I know nothing of Italian. I don't. But you know how people who know Spanish and people who know Italian kind of can communicate with each other? How about I try to do Duolingo in Italian without knowing any of it? How humiliating do you think that would be? As an Italian, you have to tell me how shameful that would be for me. Class-based shooter. Class-based shooter... Nah. I guess it could be in C maybe, but I'm not crazy. I'm not crazy about, because as an Italian I can say that Spanish class was the easiest class for me. Yeah, Italian and Spanish, they go hand in hand, don't they? Class-based shooters tend to be competitive, right? And I'm not a very competitive person. You should know this. I'm not a competitive person. I can't be bothered to play games where I'm supposed to try and win against other people. Like, I don't care about that. I care about having fun. Now, clicker. This is going to surprise some of you, but I'm gonna put it in B tier. Why? Why specifically? Because some clicking games are just nothing, right? They're boring. They are the same thing that Cookie Run did and became famous for. Cookie Run broke the internet. No, Cookie Run, what am I saying? Cookie Clicker. I'm thinking of Cookie Run 24 hours, 24/7 I'm thinking of Cookie Run. I'm very sorry. I meant Cookie Clicker. Cookie Clicker came and broke the internet, and then everyone started doing very bad copies of Cookie Clicker, and if you don't have anything to say with your clicker game, it's going to be very forgettable. But there are some clicker games that are just wonderful. There are some clicker games that you can play in like one afternoon, and they actually have like a message or something to say or a story to tell, or they make you think of certain things, and they are so wonderful. I'm going to leave a comment and pin it in this video. after the stream, I'm going to look for that clicker game that I really, really, really liked. Unless one of you can figure it out. Not competitive, just want fun. We appreciate that take a lot. I think it's great, not shameful. What is bravery without a little dash of recklessness? Honor? As an Italian, I could make you hate me so very quickly. You don't want to know my sins. You don't want to know my Italian sins. Daybreak Galactic is class-based, but it's purely PvE. Oh! Okay. Well, we're still gonna leave class-based shooter in C, because that means it's a really good game. Like, C is for really good games, or if I have to be in a very specific mood to enjoy it, and Deep Rock Galactic might just be an exception. Like what happened with Flappy Bird? Spawned many bootlegs. Exactly. Flappy Bird maybe would have been good on its own, but then the avalanche of bad copies, man. Do you play Soulsborne games? What is Soulsborne? Do you mean like Souls-likes? I don't. Did I hear Rock and Stone? You heard Deep Rock Galactic, which I haven't played, but you heard it. We'll see when it gets to that, but I'm curious now. Deep Rock Galactic isn't competitive. It's specifically... Oh, I see the message now. V spam intensifies. I don't know what that means. I am Mayo is the best clicker. I am Mayo is not the one that I was talking about, but if you're saying it's good, I'm gonna check it out because clicker games really can be very, very, very good. But seriously, I'm gonna have to look for it later. It's a really good clicking game. Now, educational games. This one should go on D, because at this point in life, I do not feel like playing educational games. But, I'm gonna put them a tier higher because they deserve it. Even if at this point in life, my method of education isn't playing games, because they're made for children, they have really important value in our society. I think they are very important and they deserve some credit. I may not play educational games now, but they were the reason I learned several things when I was a child, and they deserve that credit. Dark Souls, Bloodborne, Sekiro, Hollow Knight, Blasphemous, Death's Gambit, Demon Souls. Extremely difficult games. Well, I don't do well with difficult games because, as I mentioned before, I'm really bad at games. I keep saying that, but then some of my friends have told me that winning Cave Story 3 times makes me a good gamer. Some people say that games that I enjoy a lot are really hard. I don't believe them. I don't believe them. Might as well default survival horror into D. Yes! Goodbye. Bye-bye. Goodbye. Go to the basement. Go into the cage. Thank you. I play a couple educational games to help with learning Japanese. See? I knew it. I have to be in a specific mood. It has to be for learning Japanese. Or anything that I'm care about learning. But educational games, they definitely have a place. That's what I mean. If you have any good Japanese learning games, please leave them in the comments or on Twitter or somewhere, because I really want to learn Japanese as well. I really, really do. Also Korean. If you happen to have any for learning Korean, just drop it in there. I used to play Hugo and educational games, but man, the art style was special when I was a tiny child. What about normal survival? Will you ever collab with your sister? With my sister Mim, we're trying. We're trying to. She sent me a message today. I didn't answer it because I was very busy preparing today's thumbnail. But we're trying to figure out a schedule so that we can collab with Mim. I think it would be very fun to play something with her. Kawaii Nihongo and Kawaii Dungeon. I'll tweet it over to you. Thank you. Yes, with Mim, future collab. Yeah, I hope I can play with Mim. Mim is Mim is a treasure. I made her a Minecraft skin if she ever wants to play Minecraft. But we still haven't managed to schedule a chat or a play session. What about normal survival? Normal survivor is going to go in A. Normal survival is great. When I don't have to worry about monsters eating my face, they're actually great. They're actually a lot of fun. Like Minecraft is a survival, right? And I really enjoy Minecraft. And what else? What else? Oh, Subnautica is a survival. It kind of has a little bit of horror, but it's, yeah, I'll consider it survival for the purposes of this because I really, really like it. Sims 2, Castaway. I've never played The Sims 2. I've never played The Sims 2. I played The Sims 3 for a very, very few months in my life. Gonna head into work now. Thank you for replying and engaging with us. Lady Alicia. Thank you for coming, Anor Lundo. Thank you for coming. It's fun. It's fun to engage with you. I mean, what am I doing streaming if I'm not trying to interact with you guys? That's the point. That's the point. The point is that we get to talk and we get to do stuff together. Farming games. Is Stardew Valley a farming? Oh, actually, wait a second. I have to put it in S. You know why? You know why? Because Slime Rancher is a farming game. And Slime Rancher is a top 3 game. Oh, whoops. Slime Rancher is a top 3 game. I love it. So it's going on S. It's going on S. What else can I do? Buenas nachos. Good night. Wait a second. Good night. You said you were going into work. Oh, but you could have a night shift. I'm sorry. Smooth brain. Forget about it. Good night. Have a good night. Have a good work shift. There's an eroge about learning kanji. Drop the link. Dominic, drop the link. Seriously, I would play that. I would really, really play that. So what was I saying? I was saying that farming goes on S tier because of Slime Rancher. I don't care if no other farming game is good. It's going on S tier. Slime Rancher deserves it. I need to play that. Everyone needs to play that. You're embarrassing me. You're embarrassing you. Where is that from? Where is that from? Ark is a survival. Sounds good. I've seen the cover for the game and I really like how it looks. So that eroge must be an educational game, huh? Again, give me the link. Wait, I'm pretty sure you can't send links on YouTube unless you're a mod. Oh no, send it on Twitter or leaving in a comment. It's all fine. All of it is fine. It's Good Night by Maroon 5. I definitely don't know it. I'm sorry, I didn't catch it. Fighting games, they're good. Fighting games are good, but I'm not gonna lose sleep over it. I'm not going to, like, if there's a sale and there are like 10 games that I can buy, and then there's a fighting game, that one is going to be at the bottom of the list, to be honest. I'm not like, wow, super crazy about it. I'm really not good at them as well, so that might be part of it. But, I mean, like, they're not super special. So, not much to say about that. Not much to say about that, except I really want to play Them Fighting Herds. Has anyone heard about that one? It's a fighting game with a little four-legged creatures, like cows and deers and alpaca, I think is a character. Wait a sec, that's the wrong artist. Graveyard Shift. It's by Hot Heat. Oh, I still don't know the song. Graveyard Shift. Do you have a graveyard shift? Do you work in a graveyard? Don't think I did. Don't think I did. Don't think you've heard about them fighting herds? Is that what you mean? Because it's you should give it a listen. I'll try. I'll try to look it up after the stream. Don't think I did. Don't think you heard of them fighting herds? It's you see, it's I'm outing myself here. If I start talking about that game, I end up outing myself, but it's a game that happened because of My Little Pony. There, I said it. I said it. Man, I wish I worked in a graveyard, but then you wouldn't have snakes. You've shown me your snakes, unless that wasn't on your work and it's your pets. I think if you work with pets, that's really cool. I mean, snakes, sorry. Snakes is really cool. I work overnight. Overnight shifts are called graveyard shifts. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know. Well, have a good graveyard. Yeah, have a good graveyard shift. I had a summer job at the graveyard. Tended to the flowers and such. I would die. I would literally have a heart attack if I had to work on a graveyard. I would not be able to deal that. You're right about that. I'm right about snakes. Yes, of course. FPS. FPS is going to go on. It's going to go on A because it's too big a label. There are some really good FPSs. There are some not so good FPSs. I really love Bioshock Infinite. Bioshock Infinite is a really great FPS. That being said, I can't play the other Bioshocks because they're scary. So that's what I mean about FPSs. It's too big a label. I don't know if you should count as a genre actually. Too many DLCs about fighting games for my taste. Yeah, they are very prone to having a lot of DLCs. I have more pictures, but yesterday I worked in an aviary instead of the exotics rooms. You know what? Birds are great too. Birds are cute. Birds are tasty as well, but mostly cute. I don't make a habit of eating birds, I promise. We like FPS games a lot more now that we have a trackball. Tendonitis makes mice horrible, and most FPS don't have good controller support. I've never tried a trackball, to be completely honest. I'll have to Google one, because what is that? What does it even look like? Hack and slash. Hack and slash is also going to go in A. Like, it can be very fun, but it's also like not quite there. Not quite S tier. Not quite up there with Slime Rancher and Dating Sims. Dating Sims S tier, but hack and slash and FPS A tier? You bet! You bet! I'm going to stand by that. That's the hill I die on. On Twitter, I have some images of cockatiels on my head and shoulder. Aww! My god, that's so cute! Ah, they're cute. They're really cute. Hero shooter. Hero shooters like, I don't know, Overwatch and stuff. Hero shooters. I've enjoyed a few. It can go on C. It's okay. It can save itself from the dungeon. It doesn't deserve the dungeon. Fine. But they're not the best. They're not great. Helicopter Death Pro is the one we have, if you want to look at that. It's one of the higher tier ones. Not perfect by far, but much more comfortable to us overall. Well, I'll look that up, yeah. I want to know what it is. I want to know what it's like. I wouldn't know because I have the crappiest mouse I possibly could have. I mean, to be honest, I literally brought this mouse over from my last job. I couldn't have cared less about getting a good mouse. One day maybe I'll have money and I'll be able to buy good tools for my computer. But for now, I have what I have. Interactive movie. Hot take. Interactive movies are great. Interactive movies are the in my opinion, they are the basis of games. In my opinion, games are like a story that gains something from having interaction instead of just being told. And what is an interactive movie but a story that gets some kind of bonus from interaction instead of just being told? It doesn't deserve the dungeon. Instead, if it's only a tier C, it hasn't earned the privilege. It hasn't earned the privilege to be in the dungeon? No! The dungeon is a punishment! Stop twisting my punishments around! I can't punish you guys if you keep twisting my punishments! If you enjoy my bonking, and you enjoy my slapping, and you enjoy my dungeon, then I can't punish you! Stop it! Did someone say punishments? No! Stop twisting the punishments around. Jokes on you, I'm a brat. I'm gonna have to. You know what? Fine. I'll force you to step on Legos. How about that, huh? How about that? Community dungeon? No! Stop it! Oh my god. I'm gonna build a dungeon, and I promise I'm gonna make it somehow bad. I know! I'm going to build a dungeon, and I'm going to make the floor have Legos strung around that can't be lifted. I'm going to glue Legos, put Legos in the cement, but only a few every now and then. So you have to step on Legos every now and then. Oh, but I guess you could skirt around them. Well, I'll figure it out. I'll somehow figure it out. You're not going to beat me. I'm going to punish you efficiently. I always wanted to collect Legos. Apparently, it's incredibly satisfying. I'll just turn the tensors off. I'm going to beat you. I'm going to find a way to beat you. I'm going to find a way. Right to see your angry expression. Well, you guys don't make me angry much, but you're getting there. You're getting there. JRPGs. Hot take. JRPGs are too long. Boring. Oh, I'm going to get hate for this. It's not that they're boring. It's that they are too long, and most of them are very turn-based. And as I've established before, I just don't have the patience for that. I just don't have the patience. Let's push the anger meter. Stop it! Stop it! You guys stop it! Stop trying to make me mad. JRPGs are not, it's not that they're boring, they're just too long, and I don't have the patience. I just don't have the patience, okay? ADHD Odie Fox agrees with JRPG in the not fun dungeon. I mean, I know that if you get involved with the characters and the stories, I know that they are very emotional and people take a lot out of them and then it stays with them for life. But I need something that's going to give me a lot more. I don't know. In the moment, it just feels like too much. Okay, JRPGs feels like too much of a commitment. I have to commit too much, and I don't know if I have the patience for it. It's not. Games are supposed to be fun, not a commitment. I don't know how to explain it. There are often games with many sequels. You're cute when you're mad. Be more mad. Extremely hard to focus. Yeah, I mean, I know they're good. I trust that they're good. I just don't have the patience. Now, kart racers. Kart racers, they're good. We're gonna put them in a comfortable middle tier, middle high tier. I'm not going to gravitate towards them too much, but if I play one, I'm gonna be entertained. Like, sure, I am going to have fun while I play it, but it's not going to mean much in the long run, I think. Games are supposed to be fun, not a commitment. Glances as Destiny 2? Well, I have someone gotta go. Good night, Snakes and Snakes fans. Good night, Raptoran. I hope I didn't disappoint you too much today. I hope you can respect me after this tier list. Have a good night. Have a good night and have a good whatever it is you have to do. If it's work, have a good shift. Now. Life Sim. Life Sim, that's The Sims. That's The Sims and what else? What else is a life simulator? I don't know. I mean, look. I have a life already. Oh, I love that all of you are saying bye to Raptoran. That's so nice. We're a community, guys. We're a community. Ah, that makes me so happy. Okay, so what was I saying? Oh, yeah, life sims. What is a life sim other than The Sims again? What other games are there in the genre? I'm not super into it. What is The Sims without casual murder? Yeah, what is The Sims without characters burning their kitchen down while they're preparing cereal for some reason on a pan? I don't get it. I don't get it. Anyways, The Sims life simulators, I have a life already, you know? I don't know if I need to simulate a life. I barely manage with my own. I can barely manage my life. I'm supposed to manage someone else's? That's too much. That's too much. They are fun, but they're not... I'm not going to gravitate towards them too much. Looter shooters. Looter shooters, I haven't played, to be completely honest. I'm going to put it on C out of respect, because I think I could enjoy them, but I have no experience. So one day I'll play it, and maybe I'll regret this. Maybe I wish I will wish I had put them in A. Maybe I will think differently. But right now, I haven't tried them. So they're gonna have to be in C. Really good games, or basically I'm not gonna put them in the dungeon because they probably don't deserve it. I can't put them in the dungeon without really knowing anything about them. It doesn't feel fair, okay? That's the thing. So they're gonna go in C. Management. Management is going to go on B. Management can be fun, and I've actually, the first time a thief came to my Sims house, it was night and the music got really creepy and I had almost a heart attack. Felt like I was robbed in real life. I don't think I've played The Sims enough to see a robber. What the frick? I didn't know you could get robbed on The Sims. Little shooter, autistic breaking for brain, little shushu. You can't put them in the dungeon when they enjoy it. You enjoy it. The games don't enjoy it. What do you mean? What do you mean when they enjoy it? They're games. They don't enjoy the dungeon. Stop trying to make everyone else as perverted as you. Not good for a young child. Oh, you were a child? So this is Sims 2 or 3, right? So, looter shooter, I never played. What? Where was I? Oh yeah, management! We're gonna put them on B. They're good. They're not the thing I gravitate towards, but every now and then, a good management game is fun. In fact, I want to play one that was announced on this last E3 called Cat Cafe, I think? I mean, come on. Managing a cat cafe, I'm not gonna do that in real life, but in a game, it's adorable. I do want to manage a cat cafe in a game, thank you very much. Some of the management games are really cool. They all love the dungeon world degenerates. The games are just games. What do you mean? What do you mean? You put bad games in the dungeon to punish brats by making them play the games. Scout Dash, thank you for bonking with me. Thank you. Thank you for trying to punish people with me. Scout Dash, you're an honorary bunker now. MMOs, MMORPGs. They're gonna go in D. First of all, because don't. D is don't ever stop it. The amount of horror stories that I've heard about World of Warcraft and people spending their lives on World of Warcraft, we have learned to be better than that. But yeah, MMORPGs and MMOs, they're not for me. They're just not for me. I feel nervous playing with people, with strangers, and particularly with millions of other strangers. I don't want to do that. No, thank you. They also feel too big. Like, way too big. I don't think I can handle that. It's too much. It's all too much. Jokes on you and enjoy a good bonking. Well, I'm a scout. It's my duty to help. Yeah, you're right. You are a scout. MMORPGs are 99% god-awful. Well, good thing I put him in the dungeon. I do not regret that. They really do feel like too much for me. MOBAs. MOBAs, I have to put it, look, I would put it in C. Actually, that is where they belong. I will put it in C. I played about 3.6 thousand hours in something. I don't know what that is. GW2. I don't know what that is. Wouldn't recommend it. Guild Wars 2. Yeah. I wouldn't recommend that for you either, Retet. Retet, do you need an intervention? Can we help you, my guy? To be honest, with a few exceptions, we seem to have similar tastes. Lubella. Hi, Lubella, welcome. MOBAs are not going to go on D for this reason. Now I haven't played in ages now. Used to be good, but went meh. Good for you, Retet. I'm glad you got saved from the thousands of hours in MMORPGs. I'm gonna put MOBAs in C because, like, if it's a really good game, it works wonders. And by a really good game, I do not mean League of Legends. Okay? I do not mean League of Legends. I mean something that's like Smite. Smite is a MOBA that I have played so many hours of. And now I don't play it anymore because I don't have any friends to play with. We used to play with a group, and then that group... Oh my god! Oh my god, a bug just flew into my mouth while I was talking. A bug just... Okay, give me a minute. I'll be right back. I'm so sorry. I'll be right back. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. I cannot believe that happened. Oh my god. How dare that bug? League of Legends best MOBA? Gotcha? No! No! League of Legends, no good MOBA. League of Legends, bad. Well, actually, I don't know. I tried to play it once and I was not great with the top view. thing, and with the clicking for moving and attacking, I don't know. I just didn't like the controls. But on the other hand, what did I just mention? What game did I just mention? Sorry, I'm just my mind is now consumed with bug flying into my mouth. Smite is a good MOBA. I used to play with my friends, and then that friend group got really destroyed because of internal drama, and then I never had friends to play Smite with, and I miss it. What else were we talking about? Bugs to the dungeon immediately. Bugs out of my house. I will burn any bug I see now. The disrespect. The absolute audacity. The Benedict audacity of that bug. Jesus. Anxiety disorder Oni Fox Infam struggles with horror but still enjoys it here and there. Resident Evil 4 is an all-time favorite. Soma was absolutely amazing. I will never touch either of those. Thanks for the recommendation of things to write down in my no-no list. I gotta clip that. Good, it wasn't a mosquito. A mosquito would have been dead the moment it came into my house. You wanna know? You wanna know the kind of things I do to destroy a mosquito? Because I will stop at nothing. If it's 3 in the morning and I hear a mosquito, I will stop sleeping. And I will spend however many hours I need to spend to make sure that mosquito is dead. And this is serious. This is not an exaggeration. I will kill mosquitoes on sight. Doesn't Boba deserve a rank down due to the toxic players and community? First of all, hello and welcome, Aditya. I put it in C because if it's a really good game, it's worth it. And Smite is a really good MOBA. It's a really good MOBA. I really like it. Although yes, the communities are always toxic. I don't know how they manage. I don't know how it happens. Every MOBA has a really toxic community. I don't understand it. It's a game. It's a game. It's supposed to be fun. Amnesia will never be finished because, to be honest, it isn't interesting enough to override the fear factor. That bug saw greatness. That bug was rude and died. That bug just died. League of Legends is an awful MOBA in our eyes. Its mechanics present a 1v9 battlefield. The mechanics are not fun in League of Legends. At least for me, I just don't enjoy it at all. Amnesia is honestly mediocre. Soma is the same mechanically, but the themes and aesthetics are much more interesting. Emergency maneuver. That bug is an absolute chad. Use hairspray flamethrowers to kill mosquitoes, don't you? No, but I haven't specifically broken a chair because I stood up on it to kill a mosquito, but I have stood up on absolutely any surfaces that I needed, including just balancing on the edge of a bathtub to get to a mosquito that was on the ceiling, and I will do it again. I will do it again. Is it dangerous to do because I could sleep, fall, and break my head against the bathtub? Of course, it's very dangerous. But will I do it if it's what's needed to kill a mosquito? You bet. You bet. It's life or death with mosquitoes. With mosquitoes, it's to the death. And that includes my death, possibly. I'm willing to risk it. Not all MOBAs are inherently toxic. League is just absolutely horrible in its mechanics. My experience with MOBAs has always been toxic for some reason. I still enjoy it if I'm playing with friends, because we can just not care about the other team. But if I'm alone and I have to try to coordinate with people, they are also toxic. As soon as you misperform, they start like insulting you, and it's like, damn, it's a game. Chill. We're here to have fun. What's the big deal? I'm not here to be a professional. Are you? Well, then play ranked. I don't know. I don't play ranked. I play it for fun. Any bug spot in my house is getting hunted with a slipper. Same, but with mosquitoes. Although, based on my very, very recent experience. Maybe I should treat all bugs the same way. Just in real life platforming. Mosquitoes can burn. I agree with that. That they have camouflage makes them humanity's worst enemy. They have camouflage if your clothes and walls are dark. If they're white, they are done for. They are done. Okay, where were we? Monster hunting. Monster hunting and monster taming. I'm going to put one of them higher than the other, and based on the higher one, monster taming I'm gonna put an A, because it's still not the absolute best, but it's really, really, really good. It's really close to being the absolute best. And monster hunting is going to go below that, because I would much, much rather have little monster pets and help pets get, I don't know, trained? Is that what we're talking about, monster taming? I would really much, much, much rather have little monster pets than to hunt monsters, because, you know, monsters can be friends. Just like people would hunt snakes, but we can be friends, I promise. We can be great friends. So taming is always going to be better than hunting. There, easy. Easy, easy. Monster Hunter Stories, gimme. I haven't played it. Recently playing Monster Hunter World, 82 hours in and still going. I haven't played that one either, but Mim plays it a lot. So if I ever get the money to buy it, I may be able to play it. I'm allergic to mosquitoes, so I understand your limitless rage. I'm not allergic, but yeah. Limitless rage indeed. Damn, I'm so sorry for you, for the whole mosquito allergy. I cannot imagine having an extra reason to hate mosquitoes that much. Monsters that just minding their own business deserve to live. Yeah! Isn't it a lot better to get to capture monsters or save them and rehabilitate them? That's so much better than hunting. I don't know. I get the fun in hunting them though. I really do. But taming is better. Friends are better than enemies. Your experiences with mosquitoes make me surprised you prefer monster taming over monster hunter. Are you saying that mosquitoes are monsters? They're not monsters. They're mistakes. They are the absolute most disgusting thing that has existed, and it was probably just an accident. Mosquitoes are what happens when you spend all of your skill points doing other things and then you realize, oh shit, I still have to create one more creature. Well, I guess we're doing this horrible thing. Mosquitoes are what happens when you just don't care anymore. When you've been working on a project for way too long and you haven't slept and you are way too caffeinated and you still have to show one more creature design, and you're like, okay, whatever, I don't care anymore, I guess I'll do this. And that's what happens. That's how mosquitoes happen. I'm sure one of those scenarios is how Mother Nature created mosquitoes. Don't at me, I don't take constructive criticism. Mosquitoes are bugging the code. Exactly. Monster Hunter presents wyverns as an ecosystem destroying, if I recall correctly. I don't know. I haven't played it. That's my only answer related to Monster Hunter World. I haven't played it. Mosquitoes are bugging the code. All big monsters in Monhun are called wyverns, but only some are ecosystem destroying. Oh, okay. Learning about Monster Hunter here. Mosquitoes suck the life of me. Get it? Good joke. Honestly, I'm gonna say mosquitoes are better than bedbugs. Probably. I've never had to deal with bedbugs. It's elder dragons that were ecosystem destroying. We're called it being generally universal. Okay, yeah, I still don't know anything about Monster Hunter. Let's move on. Open world. Open world is not a game genre. Who made this list? Open world is like something a game can have. Like, I don't know. Horizon Zero Dawn, it's an open world, and it's also a third-person shooter. It's not really like open world is a genre. I'm gonna put it in B. If a game has a really nice map, if a game has really nicely designed areas, I don't necessarily need it to be huge. It adds a little bit to a game, but depends on the game entirely. Some games are actually better by being small. Some games would actually be worse if they were open world, so I guess they're gonna go on B. Like, it's good for some games, not for all of them. As long as bugs respect my personal space and don't touch me, I am A-okay. Yeah. Wouldn't that be nice? Wouldn't that be great? I dealt with bedbugs in one of my old houses, and I went to school that day scratching my arms. Well, mosquitoes too, right? I mean, again, I don't know what bedbugs even are, actually. Party games. Party games are straight A. Party games are straight fun. If you have friends to play them with, party games can be so much fun. Of course, it depends on the party game, but overall, the concept is you're with friends and you're having fun. Got it. What else can you ask for? I will say, however, that a lot of party games don't have online co-op or online versions, and they are only couch players, and I don't like that. I have friends all over the world, and I don't like being limited that way. Why can't I play with my friends just because they're somewhere else? Why can't I play with friends that live elsewhere? It's not fair. Mosquitoes are friends in comparison. Some party games are too short and repetitive. I guess so. Yeah. But it's all about getting to enjoy with your friends, you know? One of my favorite party games, if you can call it that, actually, one of my favorites is Towerfall. Towerfall is chef's kiss. And I've always played it as a party game because I always play in parties. I don't know if it counts, but I count it. Platformer fighter. Platformer fighter is not for me. Dun dun dun! This is where I start getting rocks thrown at my face. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Smash fans. It's not for me. Look at the tier options. There are many sub-platformers. Looking at the items to list. I mean, the thing is, there are so many subgenres of video games. Platformer fighters is like Smash or Brawlhalla or stuff like that. And honestly, I can't. As you guys may know already, the platforming part of platformers is the hardest part of platformers for me. And if I have to be fighting while paying attention to platforms, that's just never gonna work for me. It's just impossible. And also we have platformer hell here. Get down there. Go to the dungeon. Get in the cage. Platformer hells. Who invented them? They're bullshit. They're bull cuddles. No. Platformer hell, what is that? Think getting over it. Think that one Mario meme where it's just impossible to get to the other side of the cliff. You should play Cat Mario. That's the one I was thinking of, isn't it? That's the one I was trying to talk about, isn't it? Cat Mario. Oh my god, it's the worst. It's the worst. Unfair platformers like Cat Mario. Yes. Platformer hells are the platformers that are designed to be as unfair as possible. They are designed to be as unsolvable as possible. You have to learn them by memory, by dying over and over and over again, because they don't make sense. They don't make sense. The solutions, they're not what they seem like they should be. They don't have any kind of logic. You just have to die and remember exactly how you died and figure out how to get past that little area, and then as soon as you get past that pixel, the next pixel just kills you. I hate them. I hate platformer hells. Who decided it was a good idea? Point and click. Time for another hot take. They are the best. They don't get enough credit. I really like point and clicks. Actually, it's not a hot take. I talked about it through my debut. I mentioned it in my debut. I really like them. Who decided it was a good idea? Markiplier fans? Well, actually, as long as it doesn't have to be me playing it, they are a great idea. I actually do enjoy watching clips of Markiplier absolutely losing it and breaking his chairs because of platformer hells. I actually enjoy it, but yeah, it's a bit hypocritical of me, I guess. Time to click all over the screen. Let's go. Point and clicks, more like click. They're fantastic at promoting excitable streamers to fits of hilarious rage or tears. Yep. So platformer hell stream when? Never. No, you know what? I know that eventually someone will convince me to play Getting Over It, and I will suffer. I will suffer so much. I will make it a subathon. I will make it a donathon. I will make it worth my suffering if I ever do. Be warned, if I ever do play something like a platformer hell, it's going to have to be very worth my suffering. Be nice to the danger noodle. Signed, a hug noodle. I'm also a hug noodle. We can be hug noodles together. If this stream gets 1 like, you play a platformer hell? No, absolutely not. 1 like is not enough. Do you think my blood, sweat, and tears are worth 1 like, Red? Is that really what you think? Is that really how much you consider me worth? Okay. Where were we? Point and clicks. Click. I really like them. I really like them. Point and click, like the King Quest series. Like the Dream Chronicle series. I really loved the Dream Chronicles. Oh my god, I was not just about to say Cream Chronicles. I really like Dream Chronicles, and I already have Siok on my Steam library, so eventually I can play Siok. And some friends gifted me The Longest Journey a while back, and I still haven't played it. But I really like point and clicks. That's the point. That's what I'm trying to say. Kind of showing my age here. Finally able to make it to another one of your live streams. Ah! Papa is here! Papa is here! For everyone who doesn't know, this name exists. It's my papa. He made it possible for me to do this. Yeah. Okay, Cream Chronicles. No. Dream Chronicles. We are going to ignore my mistakes, okay? We're going to ignore my stumbles. King Quest 6. Good day, Prince Alexander. I don't know it, but I'm going to research it. I'm going to research it because I really do like point and clicks. Hello, Alicia's papa. Ah, everyone's saying hi to my papa. That is so nice. Okay, puzzle platformer S. Absolute S. Puzzles S. Obviously. if I'm going to think to enjoy a game, I know I have said that I don't have the patience, but in puzzle games and in puzzle platformers, you get to see the results of your actions as soon as you do them. And that makes it so that someone with little patience like me can actually play them and enjoy them. I get to think, but I also get to think on the fly, on the moment. I don't need to plan some really weird big strategy that I'm not gonna get resolved in 10 hours of gameplay. I can just do something and see if it's right or if it's wrong. It's great. I really love them. They make me feel dumb, but also when I manage to make them work, they make me feel smart. That's great. I really like puzzles. Fireboy and Water Girl, childhood. I'm gonna have to research that. That doesn't sound familiar. That doesn't sound like anything I know. Rail shooters! Haven't played them. They sound fun though. I mean, should I put them on B? No, I can't. I'm sorry. I can't put them on B because I haven't played them. But they sound fun. They sound... Actually, wait a second. I have played them. I played the Jurassic World game in arcades when they still existed, and it was my favorite arcade game. I would spend hours and hours and coins upon coins in that particular game, so... Puzzles. The Witness has actually given us a migraine-inducing breakdowns. Well, The Witness is not... The Witness... This is a hot take, okay? This is a hot take. Don't hate me. Don't hate me. Anyone out there who's a Witness fan, don't hate me. The Witness is not a good game. There, I said it. The Witness is not a good game. I have played it, and I have had rage-inducing, migraine-inducing breakdowns, just like Orlin is saying. It's infuriating. It can make you feel very smart, but it's also so pretentious. It's one of the most pretentious games I have ever played, and it was not worth my time. The Talos Principle, however, actually seems to be designed to prevent that. I really want to play the Talos Principle. I have never played it. I have it. It's one of the things that I'm hoping I can stream. If you guys want, if you guys could comment if you would be happy seeing me stream that, because I really want to play it. I've never touched it, but I have it, and I can't wait. The Witness is puzzle hell. Yes, The Witness is exactly what I would describe as a puzzle hell. Also, Lubella, that Jurassic Park game, I'm so happy you know it. I think anytime I've mentioned it to someone, they don't know what I'm talking about. I don't think I've ever encountered someone who knew about that game, but it's the absolute nostalgia for me. It's so great. I don't think I ever saw The Witness. Don't play it. Retouch, save yourself. Save yourself! I promise it's not worth it. It's not worth your time. So yeah, Larisha is gonna go in B because of the Jurassic Park game. The biggest problem, so Witness is pretentious? Yes, Witness is, I find it very pretentious. The biggest problem we have with The Witness is we can't escape from pattern loops. We'll get trapped in a narrow set of patterns to try. It's way too much trial and error. It is way too much trial and error. It's a lot of trial and error, but also there are things that are very interesting the first time you encounter them. There are these specific kind of puzzles. I'm not gonna say what it is just in case someone actually wants to play it, but there's this specific kind of puzzles that can be anywhere on the map. They don't happen in a specific place. And when you discover the first one, it's like, oh my god, mind-blowing. But then you realize there are 400 others in the rest of the map, and you just have to keep traveling from one point to the other. and there's no fast travel either. You just have to walk throughout the entire map. And then you realize that to complete some of those puzzles, you have to wait watching the game for an hour and a half. 400? Yeah. That sounds like an exaggeration. I promise it's not. I promise. The Witness will also a walking simulator. Yes, it is, because there is no fast travel. And you do have to travel through the entire map to get, okay, they're called environmental puzzles. I'm not gonna say more than that, but you want to find all of the environmental puzzles, right? Because you think, okay, I have found 398. I cannot leave the game without finding the last two, right? But then you figure out that for the last, or for one of the environmental puzzles, you need to watch an entire documentary. You need to leave the game open while an entire documentary plays on screen, and you have to watch it, because if you miss a specific point in the documentary, you have to restart it. I swear, it's one of the most pretentious things I have ever. I do not. The 30-minute wait? Yeah, that one is the one that broke me. That puzzle is the one that broke me. And the worst part was finishing the game also. I'm sorry, but finishing the game, I was expecting, out of that much work, after those many hours put into the game, I was really expecting a climatic ending, a really good ending that was going to make it all feel worth it. And it didn't. I didn't get that. I did not get that. The ending did not feel satisfying. I promise, The Witness is not worth your time. It's a really good puzzle game, but the frustration, I don't think it makes the puzzles worth it. Pathologic is a great walking simulator, not a puzzle game. Just trying to promote it. I've heard about Pathologic, actually. I might have to check it out. Okay, let's keep going. Oh my god, it's already 5 and we still... Oh my god. Okay, let's keep going. Roguelikes and roguelikes. They are a solid S tier. No, they're an A tier. They can be a bit bothersome, they can be a bit boring, they can be a bit repetitive. But most of the times they are so entertaining for so long. You can get so many hours out of a good roguelike. In fact, Noida is a roguelike. And I spent quite a while on this stream already saying that Noida was a nightmare, but it was also very fun, I have to admit it. I wouldn't have played those many hours if I didn't consider it fun, so. Screw The Witness in the same way as screw Dark Souls. The pain it causes makes to the enjoyment hollow and pointless. That's how I feel! That's how I feel! Dark Souls PvP is inhumane, fight me, literally, and ironically inhumane decide. Yeah, by the way, where is that? Souls-like? Bye. Goodbye. Get out of here. Go into the dungeon. No food for you. Never played Dark Souls, but I have zero idea why it has PvP. Because they want you to suffer, I guess? I don't know. I don't care about it. Oh look, social deduction. That's an S tier. Do I have to mention it again? Do I have to mention how much I love Mafia and Werewolf and Among Us and the sheer pleasure of getting to lie to your friends boldly and they don't get to be mad about it because it's okay, I was talking about it with someone, one of my friends who never wants to join us for Among Us because they don't like social deduction games. And they were saying, like, I don't like lying, right? They were saying lying feels bad and it feels icky. And I really like social deduction games precisely because of the opposite reason. Lying in real life feels bad. I don't like lying because it makes me feel very guilty. If I lie to someone, I have a hard time interacting with them normally because I know that I lied to them and it doesn't feel good. I don't like it. But in a game that is meant to be about lying, like that's the entire point. I don't have to feel guilt. I don't have to feel bad about it. I can just enjoy it. And it's great. It's great. So that's one of the best. What else do we have here? Story rich is also not a game tag. I mean, it's not a game genre, it's a game tag. Any game can be story rich. You can have a story rich FPS. You can have a story rich survival. You can have a story rich puzzle. You can have a story rich Metroidvania. What do you mean story rich? That's not a genre. I'll put it in S though. If a game has a good story, it makes whatever genre it is from more enjoyable. Like, no matter the genre, if it has a good story, it's going to be better. Period. That's it. I prefer detective shows. What? To lying to your friends? That's not the same thing. It's not the same thing at all. Story rich doesn't mean good story automatically. Good point. Good point. But I guess I'll still put it in S, because if it has a story to follow, it makes it, I guess it makes it more interesting, in a way. I would frame this as game traits rather than game genre in general. Well, some of these are game genres. Like, social deduction is a game genre, I would say. And point and click is definitely like a game genre. I mean, in my opinion, I think. Room Escape. Room Escape is going to go on S because it's pretty much a point and click. It's pretty much the same basis of a point and click. Room Escape sounds fun when there's no timer. I don't like being under pressure. I don't think I've ever seen a room escape with a timer other than real life room escapes, but that makes sense. I mean, if you think about it, in real life, you can't just hoard a space for hours and hours because they need to be able to have a schedule, you know? So it makes sense that in real life, you have a certain set of, like a time. But in a game, I have never come across one that has a timer. That sounds like a bad idea. It's less that there aren't genres, and more than genre is a flawed concept in today's gaming environment. You're right. You're definitely right. I mean, this is a tier ranking video, so we definitely need some genres, or else it turns into an academic discussion. But if it was an academic discussion, I think I would engage with that concept very much, because I think you're right. That's good, I'll check some out. Roguelikes series is basically room escape, but it has horror elements. That goes in horror. That goes in no, I will not. No, thank you. Don't. No. No, no, no. Nope. That's your answer, Retouch. If it has horror, it invalidates everything else. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That's just how it works. Is Jedi Fallen Order a Metroidvania, an action platformer a la Prince of Persia, or a Souls-like? I don't know. I haven't played Jedi Fallen Order, so I couldn't tell you. It's all of them, really, and it's story rich as well. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, sorry, but horror trumps everything else. RTS is going to go on A. I really like... What? When did I do this? Oh my god, okay. RTS is going to go on A. I have only played 2 of them, okay? I haven't found any good RTSs, but I do enjoy them. And they frustrate me because they're hard and they involve a lot of failing and restarting the level or saving or loading a previous load. They can be kind of frustrating. I may be too smooth-brained for them. Like, they might be a bit harder than what I can handle, but I still enjoy them. So they're going on A. And it comes to the same basis of, like, I don't have patience to see if a strategy works out, so I needed to play out as soon as I started. Like, I needed to play out in real time because I get bored. I get bored anyways, or not that I get bored, but I just don't have the patience, okay? In fact, let's grab all of the turn-based and just put them on D. Turn-based. I don't have the patience for turn-based stuff. I'm sorry. Also stealth. I don't have the patience to wait until the guard turns around and stops pointing their light flashlights at me. I just don't have the patience. Light flashes. What did I say? What am I saying? Scrolling shooter. Isn't that shmoop? I have no idea what you're saying. What is a shmoop? There aren't many good RTSs right now. StarCraft 2 is agility test because it's about micromanaging everything. Yeah, that's the annoying part of StarCraft, the micromanaging. But overall, I still enjoy them. Like, they're very frustrating, don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong, I still find them very annoying. But for some reason, I also enjoy them a lot. It doesn't make sense. Sad Fire Emblem Awakening fun noises. I'm so sorry. I apologize. I deeply apologize. I just don't have the patience. It's just not for me. Shoot 'em up. Well, I think they can be shoot 'em ups. Scrolling shooters. But I think shoot 'em ups is specifically when it's like a person with a gun. And there are other kinds of scrolling. Oh, by the way, they're not going on D. They're going on A. But I think there's a slight difference. Like, I think there's so many different subgenres of scrolling shooters, and shoot 'em up is one of them. I think. Don't quote me on this. I did not study game design. I don't know. I'm not sure. StarCraft 2 co-op was fun. Shmoop sounds like a mushroom. Yeah, shmoop. Shmoop. R-Type is a shmoop. As is Toho technically. Then Bullet Hell is a subgenre of shmoop. Wow, wait. Now that I think about it, we have seen Bullet Hell. So I guess there's a little bit of overlap on this list, huh? Henry Stickmin is a visual novel. No. Also, welcome, Borador. I hadn't seen you today. No. Is it? Is it? When I say visual novel, I kind of think of like Higurashi. Higurashi no Naku Koro ni, I think is the full title. I don't know. I don't know Japanese. I'm sorry. But I mean Higurashi, you know, the horror anime thingy. I don't remember the name in English. Visual novel has lots of text. Yep, they do. The Walking Dead is a visual novel. The Walking Dead is a visual novel, hot take. I will put visual novels on B. Hear me out. Visual novel is too wide a tag. You can have a visual novel that's horror, you can have a visual novel that's fantasy, you can have a visual novel that's erotic. So I don't think it should be a game genre here. Like I don't think the person who made this list thought it through. But overall, I'm gonna put it in like the mid tier because like you can have some really good ones, you can have some really bad ones. It all depends on how well it's written, and it all depends on the genre of the story itself. I'm not gonna play a horror one. Like, I'm not gonna play Doki Doki Literature Club. Like, I'm not. But I would be willing to play some others if they are less horrific. Walking Dead is more of an interactive fiction, I think. Yeah, I would categorize it as an interactive movie mixed with a point and click. I really enjoy them. I know that by now they're like a meme. They're a bit of a meme by now. But when they came out, I was obsessed with them. I enjoy them so much. I legit don't quote me. I legit love that you just translated dab to hot take. I didn't translate dab to hot take. It's just that I can't dab. Like, look, dab. I just dabbed. But you're not gonna see it. You're not gonna be able to see it. So I have to say something. Opinion on Saya's song? Frick that game. Frick that game. I read a summary of it. I remember the moment I came across a blog of someone who had just played it and it was all a rant, but I didn't understand enough about that rant, so I read a summary of it and it frigging traumatized me. It was the worst. I don't like it. 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 I have no mouth and I must scream vibes. It's exactly, yeah. I have no mouth and I must scream. Saya's song is exactly that. I swear. I don't like it. Sorry for the tiny little breakdown. I had forgotten everything about that. I had blocked it from my memory and now I remembered it exists. Repressed memories are fun. Sandbox. I would also not consider this a game genre. Hear me out. Sandbox, hot take, okay? Sandbox games are toys, not games. A sandbox is like a set of tools that you can use to give yourself whatever experience you want. It's not so much a game. It's more like a toy. I'm going to put it on B because I really rather have something that will guide me through some sort of story or challenge line. Hot take. Is hot take the new dab in my channel? Are we gonna say hot take when we mean dabbing? Of course I was. I have epic kinetic synesthesia powers. Dab? Sandbox as in powder toy? Sandbox as in Minecraft. Sandbox as in you have this set of logic coded into the game and then the game is just there. There's no story to follow. There's no specific goals that the game asks you to attain. There are no quests. There are no, players with arcs. So it's just like there. I'm gonna put it on B. It's fun to play every now and then. It's fun to play every once in a while, but I don't gravitate towards them because I want an experience, you know? I want a set experience that I can start and finish and say, whoa, that was really good, or whoa, that was really bad. And then I have it in my memory forever. I have some games that I have in my memory forever because of how the story impacted me or how much I enjoyed this or that mechanic. But Sandbox, it's like, I mean, I can go back to it at any moment and it's the same thing. It doesn't change, and it doesn't change anything in me. We actually do have kinesthetic synesthesia. Hard to explain. It's apparently rare at Kick-Ass. We don't actually attribute the above to it. That was a joke. I don't know what the kinesthetic synesthesia is. When I was younger, I was obsessed. When I read about synesthesia for the first time, I was obsessed with it. I wanted to have synesthesia. I don't feel that way anymore, but there was a time when I fantasized about paying some crazy scientist to give me synesthesia. Sounds like not my thing. Wow, you're still alive, I just got home. Yeah, cookies. This turned out to be a very long list with a very long list of items. I cannot believe I'm still here. It's, we're trying to finish, but we keep getting on tangents because, like, that's what happens when you talk about games. Games are addicting and talking about games is fun. and I'm still here. I want to finish though. It's so late. Oh my god, it's so late. If you like, I'll drop you an explanation on Twitter. Sure. I could also read it on Wikipedia if you don't feel like typing or explaining. I know it's like bothersome to explain something like that over and over and over again. So I can Google it if you want. Simulator games. Games like horror games or what? Cookies? Read the tier list. They're all on the dungeon. They are all automatically on D, and that's where they belong. GTA is a sandbox with a story. I don't like it, but it's still there. Never played GTA, so not really certain of what it's like. Have you played a platformer called Aversion? Totally not horror. Yeah, that makes me trust you. The way you said totally not horror, that's so trustworthy. I totally believe you. That sounds very wholesome and not horrific at all. Anyways. Simulator. I think simulator would be like Goat Simulator and I don't know, Goat Geese Simulator and I don't know, things like that. I'm not super crazy about them. Oh, like the actually Power Washing Simulator became really popular not so long ago. We're gonna put it on B. Like, it really depends on what the simulator is, but it sounds fun. They can be very, very fun. Wikipedia would be easier. I like talking about it, but explaining to people what kinesthesia is, it tends to be spotty because it's a perception you don't notice. It's basically a sort of knowing, so you don't normally notice this existence. Yeah, I get it. I mean, I don't fully get it, but I'll educate myself. Hot take. Sports D. If I want to play sports, I'll just go and move my actual body. I don't care about sports in real life. Why would I care about sports in video games? What is this? What do you mean? Go and do sports. Go and do actual sports. I don't care for sports. Sports is more fun in real life. That's what I mean. Like, go and play with your actual body. Why would you play a set of people in a virtual sport if you can do the sport? Extreme sports can be fun. Oh, yeah, extreme sport. Do I move it up to C then? Is racing a sport? I don't think so. How does a Lamia even play a sport like baseball? Well, we have Lamia-specific sports. In my community, we have like Lamia-specific activities that you guys wouldn't know about. And then we have some other sports that are totally doable. Like dodgeball, for example, is very doable. We have specific rules so that a certain amount of tail is like a safe spot. Like if you get burned in a specific segment of your tail, it doesn't count. But like there are several sports that we can play, and then there are several sports that you guys cannot play because they depend on you having a tail. It's fun. Tony Hawk games, for example, human race Lamia perks up at mention of Lamia sports. Yeah, were you human race? There are some fun sports that you might not know about then. Power Wash Simulator. Yeah, Power Wash Simulator. That's why we put it on B. Sports is gonna go on C after the mention of extreme sports. Because you know what? You're right. Extreme sports maybe don't go and put your actual body into it. Maybe you don't want to risk yourself that way. I get it. And you're right. So it's gonna go on C because like a specific subset of sport games is good. Tactical shooter is going to go on D. Tactical shooter is too much thinky think and I don't care about it. I don't care about wars. I don't care about sniping. I don't care about just going and killing for the sake of killing. It's just not my thing. I just don't particularly care about it. I'm not attracted to it at all. Yeah, human, because the fuzzy ears and horns totally suggest human. Give me more hoverboard games. Hoverboard games? What do you mean hoverboard games? House Flipper, I think it's a house renovation simulator. Yeah, some of my friends are obsessed with it. I haven't tried it, but some of my friends are like very into House Flipper. I don't know why. I'm scared of trying it and getting obsessed like them. There's this one game I used to go play with my friend called Cloud Infection. Stop trying to convince me. Okay, no, you haven't gotten the Angie face yet. Stop trying to convince me to play horror games. It's not gonna happen. I'm going to have to lock you in the dungeon, in the bullying dungeon. No horror, dog. No horror. You're not gonna beat me. Okay, so that's what you missed earlier on the stream, Cookies. Welcome. Hoverboard racing. Hoverboard gone yum. Look up Trick Style for the Dreamcast. I'm going to check it out. What else? Come on, it's late. Text games. I like them. Now, I know I've said several times that I don't have the patience, and text games are very much about reading, and that takes a lot of patience. But, actually, I'm gonna put them right next to visual novel. It's the same thing, but with less visuals. Why didn't I think of that? Visual novels and text games can both be bad or good depending on how well they're written, and they can be more interesting or less interesting depending on the genre they're tackling, like horror or fantasy or whatever. So yeah, text games actually goes exactly where visual novel goes. They're the same thing, only one of them has more visuals. Text-based games seems intimidating, but would be interesting to try. It's, as I was saying, I think it's the same as visual novels. I have a couple of text games, and they're not something you want to play all the time because they do involve a lot of reading, but they can be very fun. Interactive fiction? Yes. Text games, interactive fiction. ADHD guys go boingy boing at text walls. Yeah, they're not for everyone, and they're not for any time. You have to be able to focus on it, like, you have to be in a moment where you don't feel very distracted. Third-person shooter. Again, this is so vague. Where is first-person shooter? Where did I put it? Okay, we're gonna put it next to first-person shooter because it's the same thing. They can be very fun. They cannot be very fun. It all depends on how it's done. But like Horizon Zero Dawn is a third-person shooter, and I really enjoyed that one. Like, I really loved that one. So it's gonna have to go to A. Third-person shooters are better than first-person. I think they're pretty much the same thing. I mean, it really depends on the mechanics. Like, Bioshock Infinite is a lot of fun because you have guns and you have magic, right? So you have the two systems. And it's very fun to make them interact and to customize the magic, right? And the weapons, everything can be a bit customized. But if you had the same exact mechanics on a third-person shooter, I would enjoy it just as much because it's less about the point of view. It's all about the mechanics of the shooting and the story of the shooting and who are you trying to shoot. You know? You get it? Okay, you get it. Getting stuck on terrain because you can't see or feel stuff behind you is awful. Oh, yeah, as far as navigation goes, it's a bit more terrible than third person. I can't tell you how many times we've died to getting caught on terrain. You don't need to tell me. I'm terrible at reading maps in video games. It's terrible. I have the worst orientation sense ever. Like, it's bad. It's bad. I get lost very easily. IMO. I am HO. Interactive fiction is very different from visual novels. There is not so much passive reading as active participation. You can do anything, you can type. Oh, well, I was thinking, stop! No killer clowns chasing me! Please! I can't! I don't do this to me! die on that hill. I'm already massively offended by the list as it is. Then I'll offend you a little bit more. If that's okay, I'll just offend you a little bit more. The text-based that I was thinking of wasn't just the ones in which you can type. It was also the ones in which you have to choose, like, choose your own adventure games. There are video games that are exactly like a choose your own adventure book, only you click instead of reading on a book. Instead of changing pages, the video game gives you the page, you know? It's that kind of thing. Daijabu, Daijabu. Killer Khan will never make it through Oni Fox Goth on S and G-Free. G-Free? Girlfriend! I meant girlfriend! Thank you for protecting me, Arlene. I'm sorry, I'm too smooth-brained to freaking read! I would die either way because I'm not a good runner. So, yeah, text-based, I would also, like, there's text-based that depends on you typing what's next, and then there is text-based that is like a choose-your-own-adventure book, and I think that's more like a visual novel. So that's why I put it with visual novel. To be honest, I legit love the pronunciation hiccups. G-Day is nostalgic as hell. G-Day? Am I pronouncing something wrong? You guys have to tell me if I'm pronouncing something wrong. It's Jedi, isn't it? I've been pronouncing it wrong, haven't I? I'm not a big fan of Star Wars, so I don't engage much with the community. I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing it wrong. Tower defense is going to go on S. Tower defense can be very crappy and it can be very bad if it's done cheaply, but when it's done well, oh goodness gracious, they are the best games. Some of my favorite... Ha! Never watched Star Wars. My hot take. Damn. We're on the same team. I mean, we're not on the same team because I have seen Star Wars, but I'm not involved with it at all whatsoever. Tower defenses are great. Some of my favorite games are tower defenses. Kingdom Rush. Kingdom Rush is a great franchise of tower defense games. I love it. I love it a lot. What else? We're so close to being done. Vehicle Simulator. Vehicle Simulator. Who cares? Who cares? I don't. If I want to drive, I need to get legs first, actually. If I like to drive, I can't drive. But if I had legs, I would just go and drive. I guess, yeah, you don't get to drive a truck or something. Who cares? You get to drive a car, it's the same thing. There's also like airplane simulator. I know it's different from like, I know not everyone can get on a plane and fly a train, but there are hand-operated vehicles for paraplegic drivers. Well, see? If you want to drive, just go and drive. Even I can do it, apparently. So, vehicle simulator, I just don't care. I've never touched one, I never will. Why would I care about vehicle simulators? No, Assetto Corsa is the best game. What is Assetto Corsa? What is Assetto Corsa? And watch your words, because if it is a horror game, I will put you in the dungeon. I will. Veklusheim. I don't know what you mean with Veklusheim. Oh, am I pronouncing it wrong? Am I pronouncing vehicle wrong? Sorry. Vehicular combat is a step higher. It's a step higher than Vehicle Simulator. It's more fun to attack things while on wheels than just to be on wheels and that's it. But it's just, you know, it's a little bit better. It's not that much better. It's gibberish? Okay. vehicular combat like Mario Kart? I mean, I think Mario Kart is here in Kart Racer. So I don't know. Is it the same thing? Wait, am I still Angie? Sorry. I didn't mean to be Angie this entire time. Oh no, I'm so sorry. That wasn't the point. I think vehicular combat would be different from Kart Racer based on this list. Based on this list, it would be different. But you know what? I'm going to put it with Kart Racer just in case, because you're right. You're right. They're kind of in the same. They're kind of the same thing. Too late. I noticed before you, but I still noticed too late myself. Arknights is a good tower defense, but it's free to play. Yeah, but it's a gacha game. I'm not going to fall for that. I already have a gacha game in my life, and I already regret it. Walking simulator sounds like either the best or the worst genre for Lamia. I mean, it's another hot take, but I think as long as it's well done, it's one of those experiences that you're not going to forget. The thing with walking simulators is that because they don't have any other flashy mechanics or any other like things to distract you with, they really get to focus on the thing they want to do. You know, be it discovery or the story or meeting characters or just give you a sense of atmosphere. Because they don't have other mechanics to distract you with, they tend to focus on one thing and do it well. That's what I really like about walking simulators. Examples like the Stanley Parable, Edith Finch, Firewatch. Exactly. Stanley Parable is a walking simulator, for sure. But it's so smart, and it's so interesting, and so fresh, and fascinating. I really like it a lot, you know? And I think it's because by being a walking simulator, they don't have to distract themselves. They can focus on doing a really good one thing, and do it really well. I really value that. I think they end up being some of the best games, because they can focus on being really good at one thing. Quap has a great walking simulator. Quap was a... Okay, I know this says platformer hell, and it doesn't count as a platformer hell because it's not a platformer, but this is what Quap is, and you know it. You know it. This is Quap. It's... I'm not wrong. Arknights is fairly decent, even for a free-to-play. I got plenty of good waifus without spending a cent. I just don't want to get into another gacha. I just really don't want to get into another gacha. Just Bunk is great. I will have to check that out. I've never heard of it. Unless they have collectibles. Yeah. I'm guessing we're talking about walking simulators, unless they have collectibles. In that case, they do have distractions. Unless you're talking about gachas, in which case, yeah, if they have collectibles, I'm doomed. Quap is a walking hell. Yes. Quap is hell. How about we leave it at that? How about we just say that Quap is a hell? And that's it. What is a gacha game you play? Cookie Run. Cookie Run. I'm serious. I'm serious. The gacha play I game. The gacha play I game. What? This has been going for too long, guys. My brain has melted. It's Cookie Run, the gacha game that I play. Blah, blah, blah. I play the cookie one, okay? My waifus and my husbandos are just cookies. I know it's sad for a lot of people, but I can't help it. A Quap is the worst game for Slither Fox. Bruh. Tongue twisted? Very. Very. It's way too late. I've never streamed for this long. My brain has melted by now. Why is that the one you use X on? What do you mean X? What did I... What? What X? What X? I don't understand. Oh, Ara, not you. Okay. 4X? 4X is right here in the I just cannot be bothered. I just cannot be bothered to create a strategy and then have to wait like 10 turns to see if it played out right or wrong. I don't have the patience. Okay, to be honest, I never really grew up liking horror games. See? See? You understand where I'm coming from. She's asking why I use folks instead of folks. Oh! Okay. I didn't even register it. At this point, my capacity for reading has been greatly diminished. But we tier ranked all of the games. All of the game genres. Not all of the games, but we did tier rank all of the genres. And this is my finished list. You can now respect me more than you did before, or on the opposite side of the coin, you can now lose all the respect you had for me. And here we have it, folks. Alicia's hot takes. A dab. That's all my hot takes. I hope we can still be friends. I hope you don't hate me now. But this was a lot of fun. It was so much fun that I lost track of the time and it's now super, super late. Oh my god. How did it get this late? Oh, wow. Until that last year when my friend showed me that clown infection game. You keep mentioning that and I will have to bonk you. I will have to bonk you in the middle of the face, cookies. How low on the list are you willing to stream? I'm willing to stream C games if they're good. Because like, if you notice, I put on the C tier, I mentioned that if they're really good games or if I'm in very specific moods, I can totally play them. In fact, I would be very willing to collab with people who regularly stream Smite just to get to play Smite again. I miss it. I miss it. I don't want to go back to the addiction that I had with Smite, but I'd be very willing to play things in the C category. Now, the D one. That's where we start having trouble. Okay, but for real, I don't really play horror games that much. Cookies don't make me tail whip you. Okay, but when are you going to play Alien Isolation? Never. Never. That's not happening. It's not happening. Belle, wouldn't that just be a body slam? Tail whipping is very different from body slamming. Body slamming is like your entire weight. And for someone who has 4 meters in total, my body slamming would probably kill you. You would probably die if I body slammed into you. Anyways, I will be willing to play maybe one game in the D tier list if and only if we make it worth my suffering. Okay? If we make it really worth my suffering, at some point, if we make something like a subathon or a donathon, I might consider playing the D tier. But that's such a long way away, you guys. It's gonna take so long that you're going to forget about this. I'm going to be praying so that you forget about this. I'm going to be using any specks of Lamia magic that I have to make you forget. We're not gonna think about it anymore. Take a good look at this list and forget about it. wouldn't survive a body slam that harsh. Yep. Just that the alien NPC learns and adapts to you. I will never play that game. Never, 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 never. No, thank you. No, no. Not happening. D-tier gameplay, lots of aftercare for poor, warns Nick. Yes. Yes. D-tier games means a lot of chocolate afterwards. A little blanket, a lot of reassurance. Locking all of my doors with like 5 different locks. Feeling like I can be safe at night. I can't talk anymore, guys. It's so late. Okay, it's done. It's done. Let's finish this, shall we? I forgot to move myself. My brain is fried. My brain is fried. Thank you for being here today. It was really fun. It was really fun. I ended up staying so late, and I thank you all for being here. Very good discussions. Yeah, I mean, did we have any? Did we have any good discussions, or did we mostly spend it joking about the dungeon? I can't remember anymore. Tired. Lumpy Noodle is fun. Just wait until I'm like proper half asleep. I make no sense. My brain is completely gone. Glad I got to watch the end of the stream, but yeah, my brain is fried too. Lots and lots of giggle. Thanks for a good stream. Okay, thank you for being here, you guys. I'll see you on Thursday, whoever can come, for more Shantae. I can't wait. I've been waiting the entire weekend. I just can't wait to play. That's the bad thing about streaming games. You feel like playing them and you have to wait, and you feel like playing them so much, but you have to wait. So I can't wait until Thursday. Thank you for still fuming. Get mad. Get mad. Get mad. Okay. I will go now. But I had a lot of fun. Thank you for being here. You made it fun. I appreciate you lots. Go have a snack. Go drink water, go stretch, and have a good rest of your day, okay? Okay. Bye-bye, everyone. Bye-bye.